Okay, welcome back, everybody. So this is week 5 of being out of school, and believe me, it's just as strange for you guys. I would much rather be in school right now than having to go through all this distance learning stuff. But if you guys have any questions or if you need help, feel free to let me know. I've been available at my computer pretty much every day, and I'm willing to do a Google Hangout, or I can Google Meeting if you need me to, or whatever I need to do to help you understand it. But the way we're going to be working today's assignments is we're going to have 2 assignments for the week. The first assignment is watching this video, taking notes. And then the second assignment is going to be a Delta Math assignment that is due on Friday by midnight. So you need to make sure that you have both of these done by the end of the week. As far as your notes go, you do not have to show me a picture of your notes. You can, totally fine. You just have to submit the Google Classroom assignment saying that you did this. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about area, review, and sector area. So this first part is just kind of a review of exactly how to find the area of a circle. So last time we talked about the circumference of a circle, which is the distance around a circle. The area of a circle is the space inside the circle and has a very specific formula. The area of a circle is equal to the radius squared times pi. Now, you can leave pi in your answer, just like with the circumferences, or you can multiply it through. If you multiply it through, most of your calculators will have a pi button. If they don't, you can use just 3.14 for pi, and that would be fine. Again, pi is the ratio of the distance around a circle to the distance across for any circle. Do the distance around divided by the distance across, you will always get 3.14159. All right, now, what we're going to be doing with that, well, actually, let's look at an example of it first before we get too crazy here. I know. Yeah, there it is. Circle. See, I don't do this for like everything. Here, circle. Drag it in. All right. So let me resize this here a bit. And why they have a rotation tool for it. So, okay, we've got our circle here. I'm going to give it a center and draw a line out from the center. And let's say this distance is, go with 7 meters. You want to find the area of this circle. The area is equal to the radius squared times pi. And so that means this area would be 7 squared times pi, which would be 49 pi. And I'm totally fine with you leaving your answer in those terms. And I think Delta Math would be too, but let me make sure. If you're using your calculator though, and you do 49 times 3.14, get out my figure out. So riveting content here. Almost like you're in class with me. You would get 153.94, and then that's whatever units you're using squared. In this case, we're using meters, so this would be square meters or meters squared. Is a fine way to say that. Now, that's not all we're covering today, though. We're going to be covering how to find the area of a sector of a circle. So let's say that we have a circle here. Again, I'm going to circle. It's big. Put it there. Now, a sector area would be an area that comes from like a slice of a pie of this circle. Now, in this case, I'm going to give you some information. Tell you that, give some names to these points. We'll call this one X, call this center, Z, call this other point here. I'm also going to tell you that this circle has a radius of, say, 10 feet. And we want to find the sector area of sector XYZ. So to do that, oh yeah, one more thing. You need the angle here. So this angle, I'm going to say is, let's do 50 degrees. So here are your steps for doing this. Step number 1, I want to find the area as is. Find area. So the area in this case would be equal to 10 squared times pi, which is 100 pi, or as a decimal, it would be 314.6. And if you just use 314, your math is going to end up being okay. So that's step one, is find the area. Step number two, there's a specific proportion that you need to set up. So we'll call this set up proportion. All right, so the proportion that we're going to set up here is the sector area, called SA, over the total area, I'm just going to call A, going to be equal to whatever the angle is over the total number of degrees inside the circle. Angle over 360. So from here, to actually set this up using our values, I'm going to replace the sector area with just sector area, because I don't know what that is, and that's what I'm trying to find. But I do know what the area is. The area is 314.16. The angle is 50, and 360 degrees is 360 degrees. Now from here, I'm going to do the butterfly thing. I'm going to do surface area times 360, and that goes on one side. Sector area, not surface. So that'll be 360 times the sector area. And that's going to be equal to other side, which is 50 times 314.16. 50 times 314 is 15,708. Okay. Now from here, to solve for the sector area, I need to divide both sides by whatever number is in front of the sector area. In this case, that's 360. So divide both sides by 360. And I'll find out what the sector area is. Divide by 3, 0. I get 43.63 repeats. Now, on Delta Math, it asks you to round to the nearest hundredth. So that would be 43.63, because the 3's after that would round it down to just be itself. So this would be the answer. Now, let's take a look at an example of this in Delta Math itself. Go to, there we go. Now, in this case, we have circle F, measure of EFG equal to 104 degrees. It doesn't tell you the measurement. In this case, that measurement is in degrees, so this is 104. And it tells you that EF is 20 units, and that's the radius. Now, step number one, like I said, you need to find the area. The area in this case is going to be 20 squared times pi, which is going to be 400 times pi, which is what? 1,256.64. Okay, so that's the area. Step number two, I need to set up the proportion. So the proportion is the sector area over the total area, going to be equal to angle over the total angles in the circle, which is 360 degrees. So from here, I'm going to cross multiply. Sector area times 360 is 360 times the sector area. On the other side, I'm going to do the area times the angle. So that means I need to do 1,256.64 times 104. Okay. So that gives me 130,690.25. Now, the last step is to divide both sides by 360. So if I divide that by 360, my final answer is 360 63. All right, so now the question asks, again, like I said, to round to the nearest hundredth. And yeah, it would be 0.3 if I'm rounding to the nearest hundredth. Test that out and see if I'm right or wrong. Yeah, 363. There we go. If you need help with this, please let me know. The Delta math assignment on this is due on Friday by midnight, and it's super short. It's just 5 of these. That's all you have to do. And then the notes and stuff, just submit the Google Classroom assignment when you've done them, so I know you've done them, or send me an email or something like that, just so I know you've taken your notes. So I hope everybody's doing well, holding up okay. Guess I will, chat with you guys later. Let me know if you need help.